morning. So I have a story to share with everybody today. Excuse my disheveled appearance. It's been quite a morning, but I've learned a lot. And to give you a little backstory for those of you that either maybe don't know me that well or just don't know the season in my life that I'm in, I have a 5-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. And sometimes as a mom of very young children, it can be easy to get lost in the monotony of changing diapers and timeouts and schoolwork. And it can be hard as a Christian woman to go through all the motions of being a parent and not really seeing the fruits of your labor yet. And so it kind of feels like, why am I doing this, God? Like, how can I glorify you through changing diapers? I don't know. So that's where I've been at. And I haven't been like uncertain about who I am or who I need to be. I've just kind of been feeling like there was supposed to be more. And I was looking to do things for my community and in my church and with other families, instead of really just looking inside and searching real deep to find what it is that God can teach me through the monotony of my everyday life. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I stay home with my kids all day, but I bartend a couple nights a week across the street from my house. And last night was one of those nights, so I didn't get home from work till about 12:15, and you know, it takes time to wind down. I didn't eat dinner until I got home. So you know, Eric got up, spent some time with me. I think we finally went to bed at like 1:45, and Micah was having a hard night. Micah's my youngest, and he was having a hard night, and so I ended up going and sleeping on the couch with him. And we have a canvased couch, like the material on our couch is not very durable, take stains easy. And so just to be safe last night, I laid down this red cushy soft blanket on top of our couch because I just wanted everything to be protected. Sometimes Micah, as a 2-year-old, can make messes. So at about 7 o'clock this morning, he woke up, and typically what he'll do is he'll wake up, he'll have some juice, and he'll fall back asleep in the morning. So I got up, got him his juice, laid back down with him on the couch. Sure enough, passed back out 10 minutes. So I was able to catch a few more minutes of sleep because I thought he was sleeping. And so I was off in dream world, and I was rudely awakened. I was laying on my back, and out of nowhere this hand pressed onto my face, and before even opening my eyes, I quickly registered, that smells like poop. So before I even opened my eyes, I said, God, please be calm for me in this situation. Please be my patience, because I am not a patient person, and I can react kind of quickly out of anger sometimes. So before I even opened my eyes, I said, I don't know how bad this situation is going to be, but please just help me get through it so I can start my day. And I opened my eyes, and there was my sweet little son, covered. I'm talking like tips of his fingers, all under his nails, hands all the way to his elbows, knees all the way down to his feet, cracks and crevices between his toes. And I said, all right, I'm so glad I put a blanket on my couch this morning. Micah's had a history of playing with his poop. He's a boy, you know, that's, I guess, what they do. And I thought we had moved past it. It had been a really long time since we had an episode like this, but not this morning. And so I said, oh God, thank you so much for making me put this stupid red blanket on the couch last night, because it really did save the couch. And so I laid him down on the couch, and I pulled out the wipes, and I wiped him up, and then I wrapped him up in the big red blanket and just carried him in the blanket into the bathroom, got him in the bathtub. And when I put him in the bathtub, he was crying. He doesn't really like baths. and he was crying and he was so upset, but the more that the bubbles started working and he saw that it smelled good and it was fun, he started to kind of take joy in it. And so then he wanted to help clean himself. And so we got him out of the bathtub, I got him dried off, and we went outside. We have a patio outside where we have like a little car mat, and he likes to roll his cars around. And so I went outside just to kind of decompress a little bit, and I said, God, thank you for keeping me calm in that situation. Can you give me something from this? I want to be able to walk away with seeing a bigger picture and not it just being limited to, wow, that was a really gross morning. And instantly he said, Heather, I am you. You are Micah. That poop is your sin. You rub it in my face. It's disgusting to me. But you still lay it right in front of me. And were it not for that red blanket, Heather, how disastrous would it have been? And I thought, oh wow. Okay, that was more than I was even hoping for. So I understood. I said, wow, red blanket, Christ's blood, thank you. Thanks for the poop this morning, because it gave me an opportunity to just really dig into it deeper. To think, you know, I carried my son in that blanket to the bathroom and put him in the bathtub, and as I started wiping away all the disgusting waste from his body, he hated it at first and he was uncomfortable and he didn't like it. And so I really just saw the parallel of, you know, we can roll around in our sin and we can just smear it in God's face, and he is so faithful to just pick us up in the blood of Christ and carry us to the bathtub. And he works through us as he washes that sin away, and how much we hate it at first and we don't like the change and we want to stay gross. But as that purifying and the sanctification starts happening, I see that the more that I pursue holiness, the more I can take joy in it. And I just sat on my couch outside, or my chair outside, and I said, God, thank you for this morning. Thank you. And I thought that was it. And so then Micah said, Mama, I show you. I show you. And so he leads me into the bedroom, and at the foot of my bed, on my brand new carpet that's not even 2 months old, and my brand new bed frame that's 2 weeks old, there was about 2 square feet of just smeared poop all over the carpet. And it was like he took his hands and was pressing it into the carpet. It was all over the side of my bed, all over my dresser. And I said, okay, God, whenever you want to give me another parable, I would appreciate it. So I sat for a second and just looked at it, trying to decide where to even start. I've got my husband sleeping in the bed because he could sleep through a hurricane. And so I just took a deep breath and I said, okay. And God instantly, again, so faithful, said, Heather, think about how hard this is going to be to clean up without that red blanket. And I said, yeah, you're right. And I also thought too about how, you know, we can go through a season that's maybe filled with sin, like the situation on the couch this morning, and we can go through the cleansing process and the purification process and the sanctification process and pursuing holiness, and we feel great. We come out of the bathtub and we smell good and we're clean and we're close to God and everything feels right in our life, and you're in this mountaintop, this romantic season suddenly, and out of left field something happens that draws up that past sin, that shows you that the repercussions of your sin sometimes can just continually pour out. And I said, I couldn't even begin to express. I cried. I was just so thankful for the revelation in through the monotony. And so I got online and I Googled and I found out that peroxide takes the stain of poop right out. And so I marched down to CVS and bought a couple bottles of peroxide, and sure enough, I mean, the carpet is good as new. And in the disaster of this morning, there was a couple toys that also were badly damaged. For those of you who know my son, you know how much he loves cars. For those of you that have 2-year-old boys, you know how much little boys love cars. And my son's favorite is Lightning McQueen. He has 2 Lightning McQueens and he plays with them even though he has 50 other cars. He will always just play with the 2 of them. And these 2 cars were just smothered in poop, and I had to throw them away. And it really showed me that, you know, there are things in this life that we love, whether it's possessions or people, and when we infest their lives with sin, sometimes it gets taken away from us. I mean, I had to throw those cars away. Micah's gonna have to wait to even have those replaced, and he was really sad about it. And I just couldn't believe the blessings he was pouring out on me at 8 o'clock in the morning, that I asked for his word and he gave it to me. And I want you to be encouraged, because if you're a mom, a young mom of young children, you can definitely relate, I'm sure, to the everyday monotony of being the mom of a toddler or a preschooler. And just take heart. If you're home with your kids, it's such an opportunity to grow in your relationship with God. And I woke up my husband and I told him everything that happened, like just on the front end. I wanted to share the parallels with him, and I told him, I said, I'm just thankful for poop, as crazy as that sounds. And I can go through my day now and really understand, you know, poop is gross, but my son is not. And I made him, and I love him. And it doesn't matter how much poop he's covered in, he's still my baby. And I would do anything to help clean up his mess. So I hope that encourages you today. I really wanted to document this, not just to tell the story to everybody, but I wanted to document it for myself so that I could come back to this and reflect on it and see how, when I need a reminder and when my day's really hard, to just be able to know that God is present in everything, even in dirty diapers. So be encouraged, have a great day, and see you soon.
Why are you still